Ciao ragazzi, it's Gino here and welcome to your favorite Italian.
Buono, 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 sapori napoletano. Piano, 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 it's your favorite Italiano. Salute.
This is my brand new YouTube series where you are going to decide what I'm going to cook next. So, very simply, this is how we're going to start. I'm going to start the series by cooking one of the most traditional and super easy Italian dish, spaghetti al pomodoro, the one that everybody should know how to cook. In the comments, tell me what is your favorite Italian dish, why do you want me to cook it? It could be that it reminds you of someone very important in your life, or it could be a recipe that you've seen in one of my many cookbooks and you say, Gino, I really want you to cook that. Whatever you choose, I'm going to cook for you. I'm just going to pick one randomly and the best suggestion with the best story, I'm going to cook that recipe. Spaghetti al pomodoro. This is an Italian classic that if you are new into the kitchen, or if you are on a budget, or if you want to impress someone by making a dish within 12 to 15 minutes, this is the one to make. Ragazzi, I've seen this recipe done so many times on the internet, on social media, on television, and I have to say, a few times they give you completely the wrong information. Now, one of the first things that you have to do when you cook pasta is to make sure that your water is boiling. Get yourself a large pot as well, because you want to make sure that the pasta has the chance to move around the water. In there, I got 4 liters of water, which is perfect to cook 2 portions of pasta. If you want to cook more pasta, half kilo or 1 kilo, for half kilo, you're gonna have to need at least 5 liters of water. Now, let's talk about the salt, because it's something that I've seen many people cooking pasta and they don't put enough salt into the water. It's very important to salt the water, because otherwise the pasta is gonna be absolutely tasteless. Now, let me show you. I got 4 liters of water in there, yeah? You're gonna want to need 1 tablespoon and a half. I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say, oh, it's a lot of salt. Salt is bad for you. Look, if you're cooking pasta and your water is not salty, the pasta is gonna be tasteless. And remember, it's 4 liters of water in that pot. So 1.5 tablespoons of salt is absolutely fine. Okay, so the water, take it to the boil. Salt is in there. The last thing that you want to do is to pour olive oil, yeah? I'm going to explain this later. Now, let's start to cook the sauce. I've seen tomato sauce done with peppers, courgettes, onion and garlic together. Ragazzi, to make a traditional tomato sauce just the way Italian people right now, real Italian people like me, would do it in Italy, is very simple. You start with a clove of garlic. Get yourself a clove of garlic, peel it, like this, just take the skin off. Then what you want to do, cut the garlic in half, like this, lengthways, okay? In the garlic, there is a little bit in the middle. This is the bitter side of the garlic, so get rid of it. Get rid of the middle like that, 1 and 2. Sometimes you can see that it's dark green, but whatever it is, just get rid of the middle of the garlic, like that. So really you go 2 half garlic like this, okay? And the only thing that you have to do, put them in a frying pan. Don't put any oil, don't put any heat. I'm gonna show you slowly what to do. Get yourself a good quality olive oil. We start 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. I'm doing these recipes for 2 people, yeah? Once the oil goes in there, just switch on the heat under your pan. Don't rush, don't burn the garlic, because if you burn the garlic, then it's gonna be bitter. So make sure that the garlic is beautiful golden in color. See, this is the first step of your tomato sauce. Look, you want to make sure that the garlic starts to sizzle into the oil piano piano. Every now and then, if you want to turn it around, so you do the other side as well, This one will take you a good 5 or 6 minutes. See, that's exactly what you want, those little sizzling around the garlic. What it tells you that the flavor of the garlic is releasing into the oil and it's going to be beautiful and sweet. See what I do sometimes? I tip the pan so then the garlic goes straight under the oil. See, that's exactly what you want. You want all those sizzling around the garlic. Piano piano però, eh? Look, this is one of those recipes that from start to finish is going to take you about 15 minutes. 10-12 minutes to cook the sauce. Meanwhile, you cook the pasta 8 to 9 minutes and the job is done. And if you're new into cooking, this is the perfect recipe because once you start the basic with the tomato sauce, then you can prepare whatever you want. Obviously, whatever you do, make sure that you don't use garlic powder or any dehydrated garlic. No. Fresh garlic. Make sure that when you buy the garlic, when you touch it, shouldn't be all soggy. Beautiful and firm. Okay. Oh, yes. Look at the color of the garlic. Golden. That's exactly what you want. Once you've done this for about 3 or 4 minutes, you pick up your garlic and put it on the chopping board. Here, or on a plate or wherever you want. Switch off the heat under the oil, otherwise we're going to burn the oil for no reason whatsoever. And let me show you what we're going to do with this garlic. Beautiful and golden, into the oil for 4 or 5 minutes. What you do, you get a couple of pinches of salt, and then with a fork, slowly, just crush it down. Look, just crush it like that. So what's happened? All the sweetness of the garlic now is going to be in there. We're going to put it back into the oil and the flavor is going to be excellent. This is a trick that my grandmother showed me. She said to me, if you don't like the garlic to be bitter or too many pieces in there into your mouth, just sweat it down into the oil, take it out, puree with a little bit of salt and then put it back. See what I'm doing? You just crush it down like this. And then very easily pick everything up and you go straight into the pan. Put the heat up a little bit and when you see that it starts to sizzling and again, that means that you're done. Now, to make a good Pomodoro sauce, I've seen many people do it with fresh tomato or completely the wrong tomato, but there is only one tomato to make a good tomato sauce. I use tinned chopped tomatoes, the one that you can buy on Italian delis or supermarket. And ragazzi, tinned chopped tomatoes is not an expensive ingredient. So please make sure when you go in the supermarket, you buy the best that you can. It comes in a 400 grams tin, so you can't go wrong. What you're looking for when you buy a good tomato is this, look. You want the sauce, the tomato sauce to be beautiful and thick, like this one, guarda. And then beautiful pieces of tomato, all red, without any skin or green bits or yellow bits. No. That's the difference between a good tin tomatoes and a really bad tin tomatoes. Yeah? Thick juice, you want it to be red, you want it to be all beautiful pieces of tomato in there. And this is fantastic. You could use passata as well, you know, the sieved tomato in a bottle. But believe you me, making a tomato sauce with tinned chopped tomatoes is the way forward. It's what every Italian will do. Garlic is sizzling to perfection. That's exactly what you want, a golden color. Tomato, straight in there. Guarda. There is no point and no reasons whatsoever to use fresh tomatoes because otherwise you're gonna have to peel the skin, you're gonna have to take the seeds out because otherwise the tomato sauce is gonna be bitter. And let's be honest, you also need the right variety of tomatoes, which you're not gonna find in the supermarket or in the deli. So trust Gino, I'm Italian, tinned chopped tomatoes is to make the best tomato sauce. That's exactly what you want. The temperature under the pan on a medium, don't put it too high. And then you have now this flavored extra virgin olive oil with garlic. Mix it up into the tomato sauce, just like that. Look, buonissimo. Okay? Right now, I'm not gonna put any salt because I want tomato sauce to slightly reduce first, and then we're gonna season at the end. See, spaghetti pomodoro, the beauty is that only needs 4 or 5 ingredients. You need the spaghetti or any pasta you want to do, tinned chopped tomatoes, garlic, and fresh basil. Then you need a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper, but you got that. Look at that. I want all these little bubbles to go around the tomato sauce. So it's breaking up the chopped tomato and it's releasing all the flavor into the oil. This is it, guys. It's as simple as that. Very, very simple. Let it cook for about 10 minutes now and the job is done. See, by the time now that your tomato sauce starts to cook your pasta. Once the pasta is finished, drain, mix together, job done. I need to go get some basil, so I'm gonna go outside to get some basil. I have to say, nothing beats fresh basil. If you're making a spaghetti pomodoro or any tomato sauce, don't even think about it to use dry basil or any of those dry herbs that you have in the cupboard. No, fresh basil. See, what I don't understand is why people don't just buy a pot of basil and put it outside. And if it's too cold outside, leave it inside next to a window. You need a temperature of 22, 23 degrees. The basil just grows. You just have to put a little bit of water and you got fresh basil all the time. Okay, I'm gonna put the basil in 2 stages in my tomato sauce. I'm gonna put 4 or 5 leaves now because I wanted the flavor of the basil to release into the tomato sauce. And then I'm gonna put basil right at the end because I wanted the smell of the basil as I'm eating the pasta. So here, just put 4 or 5 basil leaves just to get the flavor of the basil releasing into the tomato sauce. Even 5 or 6. I love basil into tomato sauce. I think nothing beats basilico and pomodoro together. Guarda, beautiful, look. The oil that is coating the tomato sauce beautifully. That's what you want. You can see straight away that the water from the tomato is evaporating and now you're going to end up with this beautiful thick tomato sauce. Ok ragazzi, I think it's time to cook the pasta. I'm using spaghetti. Of course, spaghetti al pomodoro. You could use penne, fusilli, farfalle, fettuccine, pretty much anything that goes with the tomato sauce. But spaghetti is a classic. It reminds me when I was a little boy, my mom always used to do spaghetti al pomodoro, at least once a week. When you get the pasta from the supermarket or the Italian deli, wherever you get, don't just buy the cheapest one on the shelf. Make sure that you get the opposite, the best pasta you get in the supermarket. Why? Because pasta is not expensive. And if you get the best one, you know that is made with Italian semolina. You know that when they dry the pasta, they do it very slowly, so the pasta keeps nice and al dente. If you get the cheapest one, you're not gonna get the best result. So make sure you get the best packet of pasta you can. I see a lot of people fiddling with the packet when you open the packet. Oh, ragazzi, there are 2 ways to do it. Or you're gonna smash it on the chopping board and you open the packet, or you do like my grandmother used to do, on her hips. Look, she used to do like that. 1, 2, 3, job done. Okay, so we're making 2 spaghetti al pomodoro. Now, a packet of pasta is 500 grams. This is for 4 people. So, 250 grams is the portion for 2 people, 125 grams each. So, pick your pasta up, half of the packet, and go straight into the pot, like that. Now, once you put into the pot, one thing that you have to make sure with your tongs here, make sure that you press the pasta down into the water. So then all the pasta is going to cook at the same time. And whatever you do, oil doesn't go into the water, yeah? It's absolutely a waste of time and a waste of your money. If you put the oil into the water, what's gonna happen? The oil is gonna sit on top, the pasta is gonna stay on the bottom, they're never gonna meet. So I don't know who came up with this idea. You're wasting money and you're wasting time. The best way to make sure that the pasta doesn't stick is to have a lot of water into the pot, and then every now and then you just go with your tongue and you move the pasta around. Just like this. Don't put anything else. You just want water and salt, like that. Now, let me give you the other tip. To get the perfect al dente bite is very, very simple. Pick up the packet, see how many minutes you need to cook it from the packet, and cook it 1 minute less. That's it. Perfect al dente bites. Okay. Every now and then, remember your tomato sauce. Give it a stir. Oh, the smell. First of all, let's look at the color, which is absolutely insanely radiant and beautiful. Now is the time to taste for salt. Definitely need salt. I'm going to start with 3 pinches of salt. Piano piano. Start with 3, mix everything together, taste again, and if you need a little bit more, absolutely fine. Remember, you can always add, but impossible to take away. Let it cook for another minute. I'm going to put a little bit of black pepper. Or if you fancy, you want to give a kick to the tomato sauce, a bit of chili oil or a bit of dry chili flakes, absolutely fine. Seasoning is done. Let me try now. 1 more pinch of salt. So far we put 4 pinches of salt. Bella, 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 bella. See, I never understood that by the time that you order a takeaway, and then you have to pay, and then they have to come and deliver it to your house, it's gonna take 15-20 minutes. May as well, if you go 15 minutes, make yourself a plate of pasta. You definitely spend less money and you know what you're eating. My pasta is cooking beautifully. The tomato sauce is perfect. 10 minutes cooking, job done. See, the problem is that if you cook the tomato sauce for too long, half an hour, 40 minutes, you release far too much water, and then the tomatoes are going to be bitter. Then you need to add sugar and all of that. No, 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 no. Let's keep it traditional. 10 minutes of cooking with the basil, a little bit of salt, extra virgin olive oil, the garlic is already in there. Learn how to make the tomato sauce properly, because you can do so many things once you master my Italian tomato sauce. Check the pasta every now and then. Pick up the pasta and check if it's al dente. Another 30 seconds and the job is done. Okay, my pasta is ready. We need to drain it. Oh yeah. Whatever you do, make sure that you drain it well. Okay, let me show you now the secret of a good plate of pasta. You drain the pasta. What I don't want you to do is to drain the pasta, put it on a plate, and then shovel the tomato sauce on top. No, 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 that's not the way it's done. You get your pasta, you drain it, then it goes straight into the tomato sauce. And the reason why we do this is because we're gonna finish off cooking the pasta for the last 30-40 seconds in the tomato sauce. Now, once you're at this stage, what I want you to do is to mix the spaghetti and the tomato into the frying pan, just like this. Okay, ragazzi, now this is a very important stage when you make pasta. You need to make sure that each strand of spaghetti is coated by the tomato sauce. Make sure that you cook all together for about 40-50 seconds, even a minute if you can. And then to get the best flavor of the basil, Now is the time to pour more basil leaves. Just at the end. Like that. Like this. You can switch off the heat now. No more heats. And keep mixing. Guarda che bello, guarda. Bellissimo. The smell of the basil with the garlic, the tomato sauce, mamma mia. Let's put this dish together. And now is the time we're going to put the tomato sauce on top. I like to put the basil right at the end. Ragazzi, this is optional. Parmigiano Reggiano. You can use Grana Padano, you can use Pecorino, any cheese that you want. If you like it, right at the end, just like that. Like snow. See when it snow on the mountain? Ah, guarda là. Spaghetti al pomodoro. Buonissimo. I think it's fair that I'm going to show you how to eat spaghetti. This is something that Italians, we were trained when we were 6-7 years old. So let me show you how to do it, because sometimes I see people have difficulties or they start to cut the spaghetti. No. Let me show you the way we do it. You pick up some of your spaghetti like this. See what I'm doing? I'm putting the spaghetti on one side. I use the side of the plate to just twist the fork and the spaghetti together like that. Huh? Spaghetti al pomodoro. This dish is simplicity and deliciousness at its best. Buonissimo, ragazzi. Learn how to make this, because this is the first step, and then I'm going to show you so many beautiful Italian recipes. I have to say, I cannot wait to read your suggestion. You know, I want to know what is your favorite Italian dish, and I promise I'm going to cook it for you. Buono, buono, buono. Fantastico! Buon appetito, ragazzi. Jess? Mi escono con Sammy,
You'll have to make another batch. She's not getting any.
Buono, eh?
Oh my god.
How good is that?
I knew I married you for a reason.
Mangia, mangia!
Oh my god. Come on.
Don't give the pasta to Snoop, eh? Snoop? One, you can have one. Uno spaghetto, papà? This is a proper Italian dog. Mwah!
Vieni a cucinare con me. It's cooking time. Basta guardare e you'll be fine. Buono, 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 sapori napoletano. Piano, 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 it's your favorite italiano. Salute.